2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, NBA fans. Ernie Johnson here with you again, and we've got Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, and we're all amped up for this early season game. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. Well, for the Clippers, they'd like to play well to start this season series. They haven't forgotten how this team knocked them out in the first round last season. We'll get to see Ricky Rubio on the court tonight. The guy could be a magician with the basketball. One of the most exciting passers in the league. Guys both past and present. Who are some of the players who were the most fun to watch pass the basketball? Shaq?
Well, I played with one of them in Miami. Helped me get a championship. Jason White Chocolate Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I went to school where another one went to school. Pistol Pete Maravich was also very fabulous. But last one, Ernie, Steve Nash. Played with him in Phoenix also, those three guys.
You reckon there were any times, Shaq, in practice that you got, you just didn't see a pass coming?
Oh, no.
Took it right in the nose? Oh, come on. I'm sure you did. Everybody's done that.
No, Ernie.
No. Not the answer I thought I'd get from him, Kenny.
Well, I hate to say this. You can't mention these two guys in the same name with Rubio, but Magic Johnson.
Oh.
I mean, Magic Johnson is the guy. He's the guy who made the no-look pass.
Did you just mention Rubio and Magic on the same list?
I said I can't do that.
Okay, yeah. All right. I'm just making sure. Okay.
But Rubio's really good.
No, he's good.
But he's no Magic Johnson.
He's no Magic Johnson.
But he's pretty good.
Really good.
I'll leave it there.
And I'm with you on pistol. He was the best.
He was the man.
That was great. That'll do it for us for here for now. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And the performance of the Star-Spangled Banner by Linda Lynn. We are happy to have you with us tonight for the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah. In a tough series a season ago, they lost in a crucial Game 7 during their first-round matchup.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and other guys like Bogut, even at an advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. The tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. And it's Rubio in at the point. The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
One shot, gentlemen.
From the outset of Austin Rivers' career, it seemed like he never was quite comfortable. That is until consistently well coming off the bench for the Los Angeles Clippers. Seems to be a completely different player as he's found his niche in the league.
Nice shot by Gobert.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Part of the equation there. Block out and control.
And that one clearly a whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Ricky Rubio picks one up. Well, if you look at when things changed for Rivers, really it was the 2016 playoff series against the Blazers.
Well, it's interesting. Even if the team lost, he played great, and I think that was a huge shot of adrenaline and confidence in his game, that he could consistently find that kind of effort and offense if he stepped out on the floor with the right mindset.
He misses the free throw.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
He doesn't get the second one. And the Utah Jazz back in 2014, the worst defensive team in the league by points per possession. Greg, it's been a dramatic turnaround.
One of the premier defensive teams now in our league in terms of their imposing paint presence. Not a team that gambles for steals or deflections. They keep you in front and force you to play over the top.
Now, here's Ingles. Favors with a screen on Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. Charity stripe shot. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Dishes it to Griffin. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Free throw line jump shot. Offensive rebound. Jordan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, year after year, DeAndre Jordan seems to get better and better. Certainly stays well within his role and is now an elite center.
It's his first trip to the line.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
That free throw missing.
Well, Clippers and bad luck seem to go hand in hand. Just some tough breaks during the postseason for this franchise over the past couple of seasons. Consistently matching up with tough teams in the playoffs and not ever quite getting over the hump.
So he can't get either to fall. And to add to the Clippers' woes, when they've been poised to be a contender, they've had to face some of the all-time great teams like the Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, it feels like that's the right spot for the Clippers to be, right, Kevin? I mean, for so many decades that the team, as soon as it found a competitive championship caliber roster, would end up facing foes that they did. Not only that, they had some injuries that set them back as well. So close, but not ever able to get over the hump.
And Ricky Rubio, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
Free throw good. Rubio. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast. He moves his feet well and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
Early in the regular season here, some teams off and running, but Brent, if you've had a talented roster that's not coming together yet, what steps do you take to try to get that compass pointed in the right direction?
Well, I guess it depends on the players that you're looking at, Kevin. If you've made a move in the offseason with a veteran guy who you thought was going to do A, B, and C, and you only see him do A, then maybe you got to think about the lineup needs some tinkering. But if it's younger guys and still guys who are trying to develop, and now you're asking them to expand their games, I think you got to err on the side of being patient to see what might transpire over the course of the entirety of the season.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. High post, Gobert. Rivers against Hood. Favors sets the pick for Hood. Good on the three-point shot. Hood's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
Beverly, the pass to Jordan. Up top, Griffin. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That's some big boy stuff from DJ. Can't stop him when he's down there, especially in that zone, and nice concentration.
Utah leading. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Rubio outside. Here's Favors. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Favors got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is Gallinari. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Can I say it? Terrific athleticism from Gallinari. I just did.
Rubio dishes to Gobert. Hood kicks to Gobert. Rubio outside. Back to Gobert. Feeds it to Ingles. Gobert, the screen. And the basket by Ingles.
The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
Griffin, a screen on Rubio. And it's Jordan atop the key. Gallinari on the wing. 11 feet away. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge tonight defensively and going up against a team that can really execute. He said those guys make the most of every possession. They cut to the basket, move the ball well. We have to make them take difficult, contested shots to give ourselves the best chance to win. We know how hard that is to accomplish, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Well, they're aware of how difficult an opponent this is to defend. A lot of good shooters they have to deal with.
Which means being extra active with their perimeter deep. Fighting through screens, quick switches, all the little things they need to do to prevent those open looks.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. I expect a lot of movement defensively. They have to be reacting and, like a watch, rotating all night long.
And here's Hood after Gallinari made the last three-pointer. Gobert with a screen for Hood. Jumper off the screen. New 24 for Utah. Good work there as it goes. Gobert's got his second basket.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
And Griffin scores the assist by Rivers. Rivers has got his third assist on the night.
Liking Blake Griffin's post game right there. He has a lot of moves down there on the block.
Jazz have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Passes it to Hood. And there's the feed to Gobert. Over Jordan. Gobert can't hit.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Here's Rivers. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. And now Utah, fast break. Rubio misses. Utah comes into this one after the win against Oklahoma City.
And we're able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Yeah, and they certainly did that. What they lacked in offense, they more than made up with defensively. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win all the same.
Molinari brings the double team. Ingles plays it up and banks it in. And the Jazz lead by 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Reed a screen. Williams for 3. Rebound Utah.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Exum passes to Udo. Mitchell kicks to Udo. They set the pick. And stolen by Harrell. Here's Teodosic. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
That one drops. He ties it up. Brett, you've played for 6 different teams. What does it feel like to have to go in and prove yourself to a whole new group of teammates and coaches, a new fan base, all of it?
I think those situations can all change dramatically, Kevin. If you're in the league for 5 or 6 years, there's a good understanding that you're there for a reason. You're just shifting addresses and cities at that point. And I think guys have an understanding and respect for what you bring to the table because they know your game will travel.
Good answer. Exum with it. 9 points last game. The 3 from Johnson. No good on that one. Williams gets to Reed. Here's Decker. Sinks that one from the post. Decker's got his first 2 points.
You're just so aggressive on that move. You have to come over fast and hard to stop him.
Exum dishes to Udo. He feeds it to Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. Count that one. Urebko's got the game tied up here for Utah.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's Williams with the drive. Decker can't hit.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Pass to Reed. It's deflected. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Williams. Some last season stats for him. Averaged 17 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Just 5 to shoot. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
To give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
And the pass to Exum. Kicks it to Johnson. Here's Mitchell. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Mitchell missing. The Clippers trail. Here's Decker. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
Now, here's Exum. He's covered closely. Jerebko kicks to Johnson. Over Decker, and there's another one for the Jazz.
I don't think Joe Johnson's fazed by a primary defender anymore. Great confidence to knock that one in.
Teodosic, the pass to Reed. Left side, Williams. Stolen by Mitchell. Now, here's Exum. Not a lot of room.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Good on the shot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Udo kicks to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Here's Mitchell. Rebound by Harrell.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
There's a good screen. On the wing, Williams launches a three. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Jazz lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from head coach Doc Rivers.
Doc told me, you should be Defensive Player of the Year, not just for one time, but for multiple years. And I could tell that he wasn't trying to hype me up or just telling me that because I was his player. He really meant it. Once you have that confidence from somebody like that, you can only play well.
A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the Defensive Player of the Year this past season. And the fact that he didn't win it, looks like it'll keep him motivated.
And you got to love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre, and how Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. I mean, I have to believe we're going to see that confidence proven to be right.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
Teodosic out there with Williams. Then it's Reed. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Decker in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Teodosic. Reed a screen. Teodosic the pass to Williams. And the rejection by Udo. They recover it. Reed misses.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Another miss by Utah.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
And it's Harrell missing.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Well, you knew the Clippers would be hit hard in free agency. Losing both Paul and Redick kind of changes the outlook of the team, but still I think they're going to be solid and one that I expect to make the postseason, but I don't think that we can label them as a contender. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Mitchell. Jazz passing it around. Here's the screen. Lets a floater go. It's tipped. Decker with it. Now defended by Exum. Williams can't get it to go. Utah trailing here. Exum dishes to Yarebko. Mitchell kicks to Yarebko. Johnson right side. Shoots over Decker. Got a piece of it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Los Angeles with some changes. Molinari comes in for Decker. And it's Rivers in for Williams. And a switcher also for Utah. Gobert's checked in. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. There's the dish to Harrell. He kicks it to Rivers. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Dishes it to Mitchell. Yarebko kicks to Mitchell. Feeds it to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Exum. Clock at 4. Tries again. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Gallinari, he can't get that one to fall. Gobert with the defensive effort. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Johnson with it. Picked up by Rivers. Another miss by Utah.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Johnson in the corner. They need this one. They get it back. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
And you look back early in his career, Rudy Gobert, he kind of clogged things up just as much at the offensive end as he did defensively. And I tell you what, though, he's made significant strides, becoming much less of a liability on offense.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Willie Reed. Griffin comes in for Harrell. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Teodosic. And Gobert last season with career highs in field goal percentage and free throw percentage.
And he averaged double figures for the first time in his career. If you ask me, he'll be a walking double-double in this league for a long time.
Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. Right side favors. He dishes it to Gobert. Now the feed to Rubio. Back to Gobert. Here's Favors. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Clippers trail. And Beverly kicks to Rivers. Drills it from outside. Rivers has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, the deep ball accuracy is much more consistent now from Austin Rivers, learning how to be an effective shooter at this level.
Now, here's Ingles. 9 points last game out. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Gobert the screen. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And Griffin sends it back.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. So that creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
So he gets them both. Well, we all know, Brent, you grew up in a real basketball environment. What affected watching your dad and competing against your brothers and being in that conversation at the dinner table have on the development of your playing style?
Well, I think first and foremost what comes to mind, Kevin, is just competing. And it wasn't just competing at basketball. It was wiffle ball in the backyard, soccer in the fall, baseball in the spring, Monopoly during the weekends. So anything we could get our hands on that had to do with the game, yeah, it was about that competition.
And what do you do now in retirement? Is there what do you find to stimulate the competitive side?
Well, I beat my kids in Monopoly, I could tell you that.
And the basket by Rubio. He talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Jordan. A 20-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, 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 not today.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And here's Hood. He had 19 points in the win against Oklahoma City. Gobert the pass to Rubio. Hood against Rivers. Hood drives in. Low block shot on the way. Gobert dishes to Hood. Back to Gobert. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Gobert drops them both. And for the Clippers, they have had some success certainly over the last decade. Still, Brent, it's always going to be a battle for this team to fight for the love of the city of Los Angeles against the Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I just feel like that's never going to happen. It's a Laker town in Los Angeles, and even over the course of the past few seasons where the Clippers have had more wins and more success and more deeper runs into the playoffs, the Lakers still run the town.
Hood kicks to Rubio. Passes it to Ingles. Back to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Rubio with a screen on Rivers. Ingles passes to Favors. Buries it down low. Favors has got 6.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Rivers dishes to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Here's Hood. He feeds it to Gobert. Hood setting the pick for Gobert. Pass to Rubio. Outside Hood from the arc. He can't hit that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
It has to be frustrated out there right now. His teammates are really picking up the slack for a lackluster offensive night.
Rivers. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, you have to give a lot of credit to Austin Rivers for how he has improved since his rookie season.
And one big reason for Rivers earning his spot is his improved efficiency. Had trouble shooting from the mid-range and out early on and worked on that part of his game, which opened up everything else for his skill.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rivers.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And, you know, Brent, we know top-level coaching is an all-in affair. Strategy, motivation, working the officials. But who are some of the most complete coaches in the league right now?
Well, at the top of the list is Greg Popovich and what he does. There's no doubt that the way that he has his team prepared on a nightly basis, carrying out the game plan, the way he works the sidelines, as you mentioned, Kevin, Greg Popovich is the cream of the crop when it comes to NBA coaches.
Shot clock at 2. Beverly for 3. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
All hustle there. Griffin throwing himself against the glass. Love that effort.
Utah's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. The pass to Hood. Favors sets the pick for Hood. Off the pick. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Hood's got 5 points so far. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Jordan the screen. Favors against Griffin. Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to Griffin. And the rejection by Favors. But he stays with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Los Angeles with some changes. Decker's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Williams in for Rivers. And Utah with a change here, too. Udo's checked in for Gobert. Now Rubio. Outside Favors. Hood kicks to Favors. Favors with the screen. Pass to Hood. Shot clock at 6. Rubio against Beverly. No good from outside.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempt so far for the Jazz.
Look, they've been aggressive looking to get inside, but they haven't finished especially well when they get there. I like the attack mentality, but you have got to finish plays.
First free throw is good.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And so Ricky Rubio nails both of them.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Beverly, the pass to Griffin. Back to Beverly. Puts up a 3. Utah with the rebound. Favors got 3 rebounds now in this one. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. Nice ball movement by Utah. Outside Hood. Favors sets the pick for Hood. Another miss by Utah. Clippers trail by 3. It's Williams with the drive. That shot is off. Great D that time from Hood.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half. There's a screen. Griffin against Ingles. Tries to snap the cold streak. They get the rebound. And the rejection by Udo. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Stolen by Decker.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can.
Hood dishes to Ingles. Shoots over Decker. Ingles can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside for Griffin. The Clippers keep it alive. The dish to Beverly. Here's Decker. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Hood. 7 points in the game. A second chance effort. And Favors finishes it off. Favors got 4 points this quarter. Here's Beverly. Misses in close. And so it's Utah bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as they played, it's a little bit of a surprise that their lead isn't more than 7 points here at the half. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
The view from high above downtown Los Angeles, where we are returning to action here at the Staples Center. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change.
Clippers trail by 7. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Utah. Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Hill and Hood in the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot.
Well, some strength on display from Jordan there. Love how he uses it to convert on these and-one opportunities. Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to give you. He's going to grab every rebound available out there and block shots defensively. And on offense, you're going to find him around the rim and finishing lobs.
Jordan no good on the free throw. And with Jordan, he had a better season, Brent, in 2017 with his free throw shooting.
Well, 50% is a big improvement, but still not good enough. He's a liability out there on the floor late in the games because of the free throw shooting, but another off season for DeAndre Jordan to address that issue and come back and be better.
Griffin kicks to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Jazz leading by 5. Rubio outside. Kicks to Hood. Dishes it to Rubio. Favors with a screen on Beverly. Off the pick. Favors. Great positioning on the putback. Favors has got the lead up to 7 now for Utah.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is, Greg, when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
And the first one drops.
We know that Blake Griffin gives you a lot offensively, but he's a very heady player. Even when not putting up the shot, he can cut well, moves to open spaces on the floor, and he has a great eye for what's going on around him. A terrific passer as a power forward.
Blake Griffin hits them both. And you talk about Griffin and his passing. I remember last season watching him, Brent, throw a behind-the-back, between-the-legs assist to a baseline cutter.
Wow. Well, your memory is rock solid, Kevin. I remember that play as well, and he's certainly in the conversation as being one of the best passing big men in the league. Has always put up big assist numbers, and some of the things that he can do, especially on the break, handling the basketball, can be just as impressive as a Blake Griffin dunk.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. Here's Hood. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning, but they'd like to get him going.
And there's the 3-second violation. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Well, you look at Ingles, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
And Rubio kicks to Hood. Gobert with a screen on Rivers. Rubio the pass to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ingles has got 6 points.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Feeds to Rivers. Jordan kicks to Rivers. Rubio against Beverly.
And taking a look here at numbers for Gallinari. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
The first one falls. And last season, you'll recall, Brent, Doc Rivers challenging this Clippers team to cut down on technical fouls.
I think they just wanted to get away from all the whining that was going on. I think some people were actually bringing cheese to the game for the Clippers to go with that wine. I kid you, Kevin.
I know.
But you just don't want to waste energy on things like that that are going on throughout the course of the game, and to have that kind of reputation around the refereeing circles.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Exum with it. Favors with a screen on Beverly. Stolen by Beverly. He kicks to Gallinari. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Teodosic is checked in for Patrick Beverly. Jerebko's checked in for Utah. And there's the feed to Rivers. Passes it to Teodosic. Count it. Good. Teodosic has got 7 points. Utah leading by 5. Exum kicks to Gobert. He dishes it to Exum. Gobert the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Mitchell's got his first basket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Rivers passes to Teodosic. Harrell, that's good.
It's foolish leaving anyone that wide open from outside the arc. The D has got to be better.
Exum dishes to Gobert. Exum kicks to Yarebko. Second chance shot. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Well, he didn't exactly light it up from the free throw line a season ago. Shot right around 70%.
One shot, gentlemen.
Here's Teodosic. 7 points in the game. Gallinari outside. Pass to Teodosic. Rebounded by Exum.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Gallinari missing. Jazz leading by 7. Here's Mitchell. The Jazz with another miss.
He just never looks comfortable when he's that far away from the basket.
Reed down low, defended by Gobert. Reed misses. And there's the foul. It'll go on Willie Reed. That's his first foul. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Mitchell kicks to Yarebko. Jazz passing it around. There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Here's Gobert. Goes up again, and the layup is good. Gobert's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Rivers passes to Reed. Here's Teodosic. He has 7 from the baseline. And it's Harrell missing. And here's Exum. He feeds it to Mitchell. Trying his luck deep. Teodosic grabs the miss. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for Los Angeles.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
First free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Decker comes in for Gallinari. And it's Williams in for Austin Rivers. Both good from the line that time. Jazz leading by 7. Exum kicks to Yarebko. The pass to Exum. There's the dish to Mitchell. On the wing, Johnson. Shoots over Decker. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Exum kicks to Yarebko. Mitchell dishes to Yarebko. Pass to Mitchell. On the wing, Johnson. 5 points in the game. Shoots over Decker. That's short off the rim.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
There's Williams. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Exum kicks to Gobert. Johnson outside. Udo's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Here's Exum. Kicks to Yarebko. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Looking to get back on track here. And he lays it up and in. Johnson's got 7 points.
Well, Joe Johnson's a very patient player who likes to get inside for his shots as well, possessing a very nice touch down low.
Here's Teodosic. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. And that one falls for Teodosic. So he gets them both. Utah's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Dishes it to Mitchell. Jazz passing it around. Now here's Exum. Defense is right there. Off the screen. 2 points. That one goes. Mitchell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, credit there. Somehow finds a way to knock that one in.
Now Williams, 7 points in the game. Over Mitchell. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from Williams.
You're not going to see him miss too many from there, just a handful to defend.
The former 6th man of the year in 2015, Lou Williams, can fill it up in a hurry.
Sweet Lou. I mean, he is a terrific shooter. He uses that fadeaway to create some space, and he has really become a master at getting himself to the free throw line. He excels in this role in terms of creating efficient offense off the bench.
Now, Joe is a scorer and a shooter, but it always looks prettiest from the mid-range.
Feeds to Decker. Out to the wing. Here's Teodosic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Teodosic has got 13.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Exum kicks to Yarebko. And there's the feed to Exum. Passes to Johnson. Here's Mitchell. He's guarded by Williams. Fires from the line. A second chance effort. Udo gets the bucket. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And that's just too easy, too big, too far inside. And that's as simple as it gets.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A different look for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Reed. Griffin comes in for Harrell. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Teodosic. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Derek Favors checked in for Urebka. Joe Ingles comes in for Johnson. Rodney Hood's checked in for Mitchell. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. Here's Williams. It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. Here's Decker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He's off on the first.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
He hits the second from the line. Jazz leading by 3. Now here's Rubio. He's got 6. Here's Udo. Misses off the right eye.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Well, just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Jordan trying to free himself up, and it's Beverly missing.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Outside Griffin. Jordan with a screen on Rubio. Here's Griffin. And again, no good by the Clippers.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Clippers trail by 5. Here's Williams. And Griffin slams it in.
That's what you come to see there. Blake Griffin sky high on that dunk. The D has to keep him from getting that deep.
44 seconds left to play here in the third. And Rubio kicks to Udo. He dishes it to Hood. Favors with a screen on Williams. Here's Hood. And that one goes long.
Now this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
11 feet away. That shot misses. Utah leading by 3. Rubio with it. He's got 6. Here's the screen. Outside Hood. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And that's now 10 points for Rodney Hood. And so it's Utah with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back right after this. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
Everybody keep shooting the ball. All right? Jumpers will go. All right? They come in flurries. You miss a couple, you make a couple, all of a sudden, bam, bam.
Wanting to keep it fast and loose. Quinn Snyder asking his guys to stay aggressive on offense.
And you have to take the shots that the system is designed to create. If you don't, everybody gets bogged down, and that creates a much bigger problem.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The heart of the team at the 4 and the 5. Griffin and Jordan. Beverly and Williams are the 1 and the 2. And it's Decker in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
One shot.
And that one misses. Clippers trail by 8. Gallinari with it. Now guarded by Hood. And it's Gallinari missing.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control. Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Beverly, the pass to Griffin. And good, he nails it.
And that's where teams have to scramble back to get to Griffin. So consistent from the mid-range.
Rubio dishes to Utah. Nice ball movement by Utah. He kicks it to Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Favors sets the pick for Hood. That shot off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Gallinari kicks to Griffin. Pass to Beverly. Griffin against Favors. Here's Beverly. Good D by Rubio. Utah leading by 6. On the wing, Ingles. No good on the triple.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Well, for his whole career, Gallinari has been viewed as a small forward, but Brent, every so often he'll find minutes at the 4, and with the way the NBA is going, I wouldn't be surprised to see him more often there than not.
Well, if he does transition, Kevin, to the 4 spot for Gallinari, the question is, who is it that he's defending on the other side? If it's a quick 4-man that has the same kind of range and can put the ball on the deck, that becomes a tough matchup for Gallinari. But certainly his ability to shoot the ball will provide space for other wing players. Now, one thing Danilo Gallinari has been his whole career is consistent. I know he's had some injuries to deal with, but he's always scored in the teens, about 15 points for his career in the league, and is pretty efficient from the 3-point line, especially as a stretch big, shooting in the high 30s from beyond the arc. So that's some quantity and some quality.
And for Gallinari, the major change in his game, Brent, has been his willingness to get to the line. Other than that, he's kept the same style of play.
Yeah, positives and negatives to that, Kevin, if you don't make any kind of changes in your game and you're looked on as one-dimensional. But because he's 6'10", 6'11", has that ability to stretch you out and shoot threes, Danilo Gallinari is an impact player on the offensive end of the floor.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Hood against Rivers. Shot off the pick. Hood gets the bucket. And the Jazz lead by 4.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
Left side, Griffin. Out to the right wing. Rivers kicks to Griffin. He feeds it to Beverly. Jordan inside. Gobert on him. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Not easy to cover DeAndre Jordan when he's that deep inside. Nearly impossible to stop.
Hey, Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, It's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
First free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Jazz leading by 3. Ingles passes to Rubio. Rivers against Hood. Favors with a screen on Rivers. Hood drives in and against the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Now the pass to Rivers. Right side Griffin. The dish now to Beverly. Pass to Rivers. Gallinari outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Gallinari's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Look, I checked the numbers, guys. We know he is great from out there. He made 1 in the first half. Now he has 1 so far in this half. Look out.
The drive by Gobert. The Clippers grab the miss.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Hood against Rivers. Rubio outside. Kicks to Gobert. Dishes to Ingles. Hood doesn't go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Rivers. It's stolen by Ingles. Hood drives in. And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
No good on that one. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Jazz. And he sinks the second. Here's Beverly. Feeds to Rivers. Jordan the screen. Here's Gallinari. Almost, but it rolls out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
They grabbed their own miss.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. Shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game. He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Griffin sets the screen for Beverly. Out to Gallinari. Right at the free throw line. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Gallinari's got 9 points now in just the second half. Rubio dishes to Favors. Rubio outside. Favors with the screen. Johnson kicks to Hood. Jazz passing it around. Count the basket. 16 points for Derek Favors.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, tonight his pinpoint accuracy has been impressive.
Rubio against Beverly. The feed to Rivers. 6 to shoot. From 11 feet away, Joe Johnson pulls it in. Jazz leading by 5. Put on the wing from past the arc. Here's Gobert, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Clippers trail by 7. Rivers in the corner. No good with the triple. For Utah, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Here's Hood, and again it's Utah. And here is Los Angeles now. And here's Rivers. Right side, Griffin. Over Favors. That one off the back iron and out. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And the Clippers call time here. If you ever did decide to go into coaching, Brent, would you also like to be the general manager to ensure you have the players you really want to coach?
Well, I'd also like a new car and a Learjet, Kevin. If I could get those two, I'll try my best. But
I hear you. I know.
I really think that relegating that role to somebody else that you can be on the same page with is the best way to go. It's a fresh set of eyes.
That's the key. I totally agree.
Fresh set of eyes, and they have the time to devote to what your team and your roster is going to need while you make sure you're developing the roster yourself. So I think having a general manager do his job and a coach do his job might be the way that I would prefer to do things, although we've seen other guys have success in both roles.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Rivers passes to Griffin. To halt the run, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And Griffin's such a special talent. He connects on those difficult finishes time and time again.
One shot. One shot.
Utah with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Johnson dishes to Favors. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Favors with the screen. Rubio outside. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Beverly, the pass to Rivers. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Derek Favors.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
shot. One shot. Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Rubio dishes to Favors. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Passes it to Griffin. It's Jordan on the wing. Here's Rivers. Gobert with the block.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And taken away by Johnson. Hood on the wing. And it's Hood again missing. Clippers trail by 11. And Beverly kicks to Griffin. Great D that time from Favors.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be. You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Well, primetime years for Joe Johnson meant ISO Joe for his ability to score one-on-one, a style of offense that's lost a little bit of its favor, but it remains effective for Joe.
They set the pick. Here's Beverly. Johnson with the block. Now Rubio. Put on the wing. He dishes it to Favors. He kicks it to Johnson. Favors with the screen. Gobert the pass to Johnson. No good. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Clippers trail by 14. Gallinari with a screen for Beverly. Pass to Griffin. It's stolen by Gobert. Hood kicks to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Back to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. Pulls it up. The Jazz with another miss.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
They get it back. Jordan. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Well, just chewing up the glass is DeAndre Jordan. When you don't box him out, he's going to make you pay.
Jazz leading by 12. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Rubio. And that's 21 points for Rudy Gobert. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Utah.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Derek Favors.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Rubio dishes to Favors. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hood. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Jazz lead by 16.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Rubio outside. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.